I lean back against the couch, the soft hum of the TV filling the silence between Jason and me. He's sitting next to me, but it feels like there's an invisible wall between us. I try not to think too much about it, but lately, it's hard not to notice how distant he's been. Hey, are you okay? I ask, glancing at him. His eyes are glued to the screen, but I know he's not really watching. Yeah, he mumbles, barely looking at me. I bite my lip, trying to ignore the knot forming in my stomach. He's been like this for weeks, quiet, distant. I keep telling myself it's just work stress, or maybe I'm overthinking things. But deep down, I know it's more than that. Jason. I start hesitating. I don't want to sound crazy or clingy, but something's not right. He finally turns to face me, his expression unreadable. I open my mouth, but the words catch in my throat. It feels like I've asked him 100 times already, but I can't shake this feeling that there's something he's not telling me. Never mind. I let out a breath and try to force a smile. I guess I'm just tired. He nods, then turns back to the TV. The moment passes, but it leaves a bitter taste in my mouth. I try to focus on the show, but I can't stop looking at him, at the way he's barely aware of my presence. It's like I'm here, but not really. Like he's here, but not really with me. Jason, you sure you're okay? I press again, my voice quieter this time. He sighs, turning off the TV. He looks at me for a long moment before speaking, his voice soft. Yeah, just a lot on my mind. I nod, but inside, the unease only grows. It's like I can see it in his eyes, the distance. The way he's pulling away, even if he doesn't mean to. I get it, I say, but my words feel hollow. He leans over and kisses my cheek, but it's quick. Nothing like the way he used to kiss me, full of warmth and affection. This one feels forced. I pull back a little, studying him. There's a tension in the air now, something I can't put my finger on. His hand rests on the couch between us, but he doesn't reach for mine. I try to shake it off, to convince myself I'm imagining things. But the feeling is there, hanging heavy in the room. Maybe we should go out this weekend, I suggest. Desperate to revive something, anything, to break the cold air between us. Jason doesn't respond right away. He stares at the floor, like he's lost in thought, and when he finally looks up, he just shrugs. Yeah, maybe. It's all the answer I get, and it's not enough. But I don't push him. Not tonight. I lie back, staring at the ceiling, the sinking feeling in my chest refusing to leave. I want to believe it's nothing, that I'm just overthinking, being paranoid. But deep down, I know something's wrong. I just don't know what. I'm sitting at the kitchen table, scrolling through my phone, when I hear Jason's voice coming from the living room. I try to ignore it, but his tone catches my attention. It's not the voice I'm used to, light, warm, carefree. No, this is something colder, more controlled. Yeah, I won't marry her. It's for her own good. The words hit me like a slap. I freeze, my fingers tight around my phone. My heart races, and for a second, I can't breathe. What did he just say? I didn't want to believe it, but I couldn't ignore it. His voice was so clear, so certain. It wasn't an accident. He meant it. I want to go to him, to demand an explanation, but something holds me back. I stay still, barely able to comprehend what I just heard. Is he planning to leave me? My mind whirls with the possibilities. Or maybe he's already with someone else, and I'm the last to know. I stand up slowly. The thought of confronting him feels too overwhelming right now. I can't just walk in there and ask him. What if I'm wrong? What if I misunderstood? But I know I didn't. The pain in my chest tells me everything I need to know. Taking a deep breath, I leave the kitchen and go into the living room. But Jason's no longer on the phone. He's sitting on the couch, his back to me, scrolling through his laptop. He doesn't even glance up when I enter. Hey, I say, my voice shaky. Hey, he replies, still focused on the screen. I want to ask him about the phone call. I want to scream at him, demand answers. But the words won't come. Instead, I force a smile, trying to push down the overwhelming feeling that something is slipping away from me. I was thinking of making dinner tonight, I say, sitting down beside him. Something different. He barely responds, just a small hum of agreement. His attention remains on the laptop. I can feel the distance between us growing, stretching wider and wider with each passing moment. And it's not just physical. It's in the way he avoids eye contact, in the way he doesn't seem to care about my presence anymore. Jason, I start, my voice trembling. He doesn't look at me. I try again, quieter this time. Are we okay? He glances up at me then, but there's no warmth in his eyes. He looks tired, distant, almost like he's somewhere else entirely. Yeah, of course, he mutters. But there's something off about his words. I know him too well. I can hear it in his voice, even if he doesn't admit it. I don't know, Jason. Something feels off. He shifts uncomfortably, his fingers tapping restlessly on the keyboard. I'm just stressed. Work's been tough. I nod, even though I don't believe him. Something's wrong, and I can feel it deep in my bones. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll find out. I get up, not wanting to press further. But the phone call still echoes in my mind, haunting me. How can I go on like this, not knowing? What is he hiding? As I walk away, I wonder if I'll ever get the answers I need. And if I do, will they change everything? I can't stay silent anymore. The words Jason said on the phone echo in my head, repeating like a broken record. It's for my own good? What does that even mean? He's hiding something, and I'm done pretending like everything's fine. I walk into the living room where he's sitting, his head buried in his phone. My heart is pounding in my chest, but I can't back down now. Jason, we need to talk, I say, my voice steady. Even though everything inside me is screaming, he doesn't look up at first, but I can see him tense. About what? About what I overheard. My hands are shaking, but I ball them into fists at my sides, trying to keep control. About the phone call. What did you mean? I won't marry her. It's for her own good. For a moment, he freezes. His eyes flicker up to meet mine, and I see something in them, guilt, maybe, but also defensiveness. He stands up slowly, running a hand through his hair. I didn't want you to find out like this, he says, his voice low. But it's for your own good, okay? For my own good? I repeat, the anger rising in my chest. You can't just say that and expect me to believe it. He sighs, running a hand down his face. Look, we're just not meant to be, okay? I thought it would be better to end things now before it gets worse. End things? My voice cracks, but I don't let him see how much it hurts. What are you talking about? You can't just decide that for me. He steps closer, his face softening for a moment. I'm doing this because I care about you. You deserve better than this. Marrying me would ruin your life. The words hit me harder than I thought they would. Ruin my life? I shake my head, disbelieving. Are you serious? You don't get to make that choice for me, Jason. He takes a deep breath, looking almost pained. It's not what you think. I want the best for you. But this, us, it's not the right thing. It's too complicated. I feel like the ground is slipping out from under me. The man I've loved for so long is standing here, telling me he's been keeping me around for some vague reason of protecting me. So what was it all for, Jason? I ask, my voice tight. All those years? Was I just some sacrifice for your greater good? His face hardens, and I see it, the selfishness behind his words. He doesn't look guilty anymore, just determined. I thought it was the right thing. I wanted to protect you, he says, his voice growing colder. But this, marriage, a life with me, it's not what you need. It's not what either of us need. I feel like I'm going to choke. This is the man I thought I'd spend my life with, and now I'm hearing him talk like this. You're not protecting me, Jason. You're just afraid. Afraid of what we could be, of the life we could have had. So you're throwing it all away. I'm not throwing anything away, he says, his eyes hard now. I'm saving you. I stare at him, the anger boiling inside me. How could I have been so blind? I was so in love with him. But this is not love. It's control. It's manipulation. Do you even hear yourself? I ask, taking a step back. This isn't for me. This is for you. He looks away, like he can't face me. I'm sorry, okay? But it's over. It's done. I swallow hard, the sting of his words cutting deeper than I want to admit. I want to scream, to shake him, but I know it won't do any good. He's already made up his mind. You're right, I say quietly, my voice trembling. It's over. He doesn't say anything else, just stands there, like he's waiting for me to leave. And I do. I walk away. But with each step, a little more of him dies inside me. The man I thought I knew is gone, and all that's left is someone who's used me as a pawn in his own twisted game. I stand in the doorway, staring at Jason. His back is turned to me, but I can feel the weight of his silence pressing down on me. He doesn't chase after me. He doesn't try to stop me. I guess he knows it's over, even if he doesn't understand why. I'm leaving, I say, my voice steady despite the storm raging inside me. Jason doesn't look up. Yeah, I figured. The words hit me harder than I thought they would. I thought I'd feel relief, but instead, it's just numbness. Maybe it's because I never wanted this. I never wanted to walk away from him. But I can't keep holding on to someone who thinks I'm a burden, someone who can walk away without a second thought. I swallow, forcing the tears back. I'm not coming back, Jason. I'm done. He doesn't respond. I don't know if he's processing it or if he just doesn't care. The longer I stand here, the more I realize that this is the last time I'll ever say those words to him. I turn and walk out of the apartment without looking back. The door clicks shut behind me, and I take a deep breath. It feels like I'm walking away from everything, but it's also the only way I can save myself. I don't know how long I walk, but by the time I reach the train station, the city feels different. It feels like it's mine now. I don't have a plan. I don't know where I'm going, but I know I can't stay here. I can't stay in the life I built with Jason. So, I do the only thing that feels right. I get a new phone, change my number, and delete everything that connects me to the life I used to have. I quit my job the next day. I don't even say goodbye. I don't owe anyone anything anymore. For the first time in what feels like forever, I don't have to answer to anyone. There's no one telling me what I should do. No one making decisions for me. I feel free, but it's not easy. The loneliness creeps in, and I catch myself wishing things were different. Wishing Jason hadn't turned out to be someone I didn't even recognize. I find a new place to stay, a small apartment in a quieter part of town. It's not glamorous, but it's mine. I slowly start rebuilding, one step at a time. But the truth is, walking away from Jason isn't as simple as I thought. I loved him, and that love doesn't just vanish overnight. Some nights, I lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, my chest heavy with the weight of everything I lost. But then I remind myself of why I left. He didn't see me. Not really. He never truly loved me. If he could just throw me away like I was nothing, I won't be that woman anymore. I won't be the one who begs for love, who stays in a relationship because it's comfortable. I deserve better than that. I remind myself of that every single day. I'll heal. I'll move on. But I'll do it for me, not for anyone else. Not for him. Jason doesn't know where I am. He doesn't know how much his words cut me, but he doesn't need to. He doesn't deserve to. I'm reclaiming my life, and I'm never going back. I step off the bus and into the unfamiliar streets, my heart racing with both excitement and fear. I don't know anyone here. I don't know what to expect, but that's exactly what I need. This is a fresh start. I've found a small apartment on the edge of the city. It's nothing special, but it's mine. The walls are bare. The air smells of new paint, but every corner feels like a chance to rebuild, a chance to forget everything that weighed me down. I drop my bags by the door, my new home. I take a deep breath, then pull out my phone and check the emails. I've already found a job. It's nothing glamorous, just a receptionist position at a local marketing firm, but it's a start. And that's all I need right now. The first day at work is overwhelming. The people are nice enough, but I can't shake the feeling of being completely out of place. I keep my head down, focus on the tasks at hand, and try not to let my nerves show. Hey, you doing okay? A woman at the front desk asks me, flashing a smile. Yeah, just trying to get the hang of everything. I reply, trying to sound more confident than I feel. She nods. It'll take some time, but you'll be fine. I smile back, but the truth is, it doesn't feel fine. It feels like I'm living in a world that doesn't belong to me, but I keep pushing through. I remind myself every day, this is what I wanted. This is what I needed. Week after week, I adjust. The loneliness still hits, but I've learned to deal with it. I fill my nights with books and movies, distractions that keep me from thinking too much. I focus on my work and start to make a few friends at the office. But there are moments when the noise dies down, when I'm alone, that Jason's shadow lingers. I'm walking home from the store one evening when I pass by a cafe we used to go to. The warm light inside flickers, and I freeze for a moment. I hear his laugh in my mind, see the way he used to look at me across the table. I can almost taste the coffee we'd drink, the comfort of being in a place that felt like home. I shake my head, forcing the memory away. I can't go back. I can't let myself slip into the past again. No more of that, I mutter under my breath, picking up the pace. I refuse to look back. Jason is a part of my past, and I'm moving forward, no matter how hard it gets. A few months go by. I've started to feel more comfortable here. I've made some friends, and work is becoming easier. I'm not the same person I was when I walked into the city. I'm stronger, more independent. I've learned how to stand on my own, to take care of myself without needing anyone to validate me. I don't think about Jason as much anymore. I still see glimpses of him in songs on the radio, old movies we used to watch, but they don't break me the way they used to. I've learned to let them go. One evening, I sit on my couch, sipping tea, looking out at the city lights. It's quiet, peaceful, and for the first time in a long time, I realize that I'm okay. Maybe I'll never forget Jason completely, but I know now that I'm better off without him. I'm not that woman anymore. I'm me, and that's enough. I'm standing in line at the coffee shop when I hear a voice I haven't heard in years. Lena? I freeze, my heart jumping into my throat. I turn slowly, and there he is, Alex, my college friend, the one who always had my back, who knew all my secrets and shared all my fears. He's standing there, smiling at me like no time has passed, but I can tell something's different. Alex? I ask, my voice shaky. Is that really you? He chuckles, stepping forward. In the flesh, he's taller now, his jaw more defined, and his confidence radiates from him. The familiar warmth is still there, but there's something else now, something sharper, more intense, a dangerous edge that makes me wary. I didn't expect to see you here, I say, forcing a smile. I didn't even know you were in town. He shrugs, a hint of amusement in his eyes. I move around a lot, but I've been keeping track of you. After everything happened with Jason, my stomach drops at the mention of Jason. How does Alex know about that? We haven't spoken since graduation. Wait, how do you know about that? I ask, trying to keep my voice steady. Alex leans in slightly, his eyes glinting. I've been following your life, Lena. I knew you'd leave him eventually. You deserve better than that. His words hit me harder than I expect. You've been watching me? Not like that, he says quickly, a reassuring smile on his lips, but there's something in his tone that feels off. I just knew you'd need someone to have your back, someone who understood what you were going through. I swallow, my mind racing. I'm not sure how I feel about the fact that Alex has been tracking me, but at the same time, I can't help but feel a bit of comfort in his presence. I've been alone for so long, I don't know if that's healthy, I say, the unease creeping up my spine. I get it, he says, his smile softening. I'm not here to make you uncomfortable. I just want to help. Jason, he messed with your head, didn't he? The words sting, but I can't deny the truth in them. Jason did mess with my mind. He made me doubt myself, made me question my worth. You're right, I admit, my voice barely above a whisper. He did. Alex steps closer, his tone lowering. Then let me help you get your life back. I know how to make him regret it. I freeze. What are you talking about? He leans in, his gaze intense. I have resources, connections. I can help you make sure Jason understands what it feels like to lose someone he took for granted. I hesitate, uncertainty swirling in my chest. Part of me wants to believe him, to take him up on his offer, but another part of me feels like I'm walking into something dangerous. I'm not sure. I start, but Alex interrupts me. I'm not asking for anything in return, he says quickly, his eyes searching mine. I just want to see you happy, see you take back what's yours. There's a sincerity in his voice that makes me pause. He's not offering this because he wants something from me. At least, I don't think he is. But there's that dangerous glint in his eyes again, and I can't ignore it. I don't know if I'm ready for that, I admit, stepping back slightly. I've spent so long trying to move on. I don't know if I can go back to that place. Alex nods slowly, understanding. I get it. But when you're ready, Lena, I'll be here. I can help you take control of your life again. Jason doesn't deserve to walk away from this without facing the consequences. I look at him, really look at him. I can't deny that a part of me is intrigued, but there's something about Alex now that I can't quite place. Something that makes me feel like I should be cautious. I'll think about it, I say finally, my voice quiet. He smiles, that same comforting smile from college. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere. As I turn to leave, a part of me is relieved, but another part wonders if I've just opened a door I shouldn't have. I'm sitting at my desk when the email pings. It's from an anonymous source, someone who claims to know everything about Jason and what happened after I left. At first, I think it's some sick joke, but the details are too specific to ignore. Jason's world is unraveling, and I'm starting to see the pieces fall into place. I start digging. It's easy. I've been in his world long enough to know how things work, the connections he made, the people he's kept close. The first thing I uncover is that the woman he left me for, Lucy, isn't as perfect as he thought. Apparently, she's just as manipulative as he is. He thought she'd be his escape, his fresh start, but instead, he's realizing that she's just another problem in his life. It's almost painful to see how badly he miscalculated. Jason was never good at reading people, and Lucy, it turns out, is no different. She's just a younger version of everything he wanted in a partner, someone who would look good on his arm and stroke his ego. But now that he has her, he's realizing she doesn't care about him the way I did. Serves him right. I mutter under my breath as I scroll through more documents, looking for any hint of what's really going on. And then I find it, a business deal gone wrong. Jason invested everything, money, time, even his reputation, into a partnership that's falling apart faster than he can fix it. His desperation is palpable in the emails and memos. And now, I'm tangled in it. The company he's tied to is in crisis, and I can't help but wonder how deep this goes. If Jason made one mistake, it was trying to balance his greed and his need for power with the people around him. I thought he cared about me, but he didn't. Not really. It wasn't love that drove him to push me away. It was weakness, a need to control, to climb higher, even if it meant hurting those who loved him. I can almost feel his panic through the screen, the sweat on his brow, the guilt that's eating him alive. But I know that guilt isn't because he lost me, it's because everything he worked for is slipping through his fingers. The emails reveal more than I ever expected. Threats from business partners, shady financial deals, things I never thought Jason would get involved in. I thought he was smarter than this. But greed clouds everything, doesn't it? I sit back in my chair, the weight of everything hitting me all at once. I never imagined Jason would be capable of such manipulation. I thought we were a team, that we'd build something together. But all he ever wanted was to build his empire, and I was just an accessory to it all. I close my laptop, feeling sick. I should be happy, shouldn't I? I walked away. I got out, but something gnaws at me. Maybe it's the knowledge that Jason is losing everything he built, or maybe it's the sick satisfaction of knowing he's finally paying the price. But I can't help but wonder, is this really justice? Or just the inevitable consequence of his own selfishness? Either way, I'm done with him. This isn't my fight anymore. It never should have been. Alex leans across the table, his eyes intense as he watches me. I can feel the weight of his words hanging in the air. You don't have to make a decision now, but I need you to understand Jason deserves everything that's coming to him. I swallow hard. You've been talking about this for weeks, taking him down, exposing him for who he really is. But I don't know, Alex. I'm not sure it's what I want anymore. He leans back in his chair, studying me, a flicker of frustration crossing his face. You want peace, right? You want to be free of him, to walk away with your head high. But how do you do that when he's walking around like nothing ever happened? How do you let him off the hook? I bite my lip, my mind racing. There's a part of me that wants to see him pay, that wants him to feel the same pain he caused me. But another part of me is afraid of becoming someone I don't recognize, someone driven by revenge. What will it really change? I ask, my voice quiet. Will taking him down actually bring me peace, or will it just drag me back into the same mess? Alex's expression softens for a moment, his eyes searching mine. I've been in your shoes, watching someone you love destroy you, watching them lie and manipulate. You want to fix it, to make them regret it. But there's something bigger here, something more personal to me. I blink, confused. What do you mean? Alex leans in, his voice dropping lower, almost like he's confessing something. Jason and I used to work together. We built something together, and he stabbed me in the back. Not just you, me too. He used me to get where he is, then threw me aside when he no longer needed me. I sit back, stunned. I didn't know. I had no idea. Alex had always been so supportive, so calm. But now I see the depth of his involvement in Jason's world. I didn't know. I never realized. You've been hurt by him too. Alex nods, his gaze hardening. I've been watching him for a long time. And I'll be honest, I'm not just doing this for you. I'm doing it because I want him to pay. He took everything from me too. I feel a sharp pang of sympathy, but it's quickly replaced by hesitation. I don't know if I can do this. I don't want to be consumed by anger, Alex. I don't want to become someone who can't move on, who just lives for revenge. You don't have to be consumed by it, he says softly. But you do deserve justice. Jason needs to feel what it's like to lose everything, just like he made you lose. He needs to understand that his actions have consequences. And you, he pauses, his voice softer now. You deserve to take back what's yours. I look down at my hands, twisting together in my lap. The choice seems so simple, yet the weight of it is suffocating. I've spent so much time trying to rebuild my life, trying to move on from Jason's betrayal. Can I really throw it all away for the sake of making him suffer? I don't know if I'm strong enough to go down this path, I admit. What if I end up just like him? What if I let this consume me? Alex's expression softens, a hint of understanding in his eyes. I'm not asking you to become like him. I'm asking you to take control, to show him that you won't just be another victim. But the decision is yours. No one can make it for you. I stare at him, torn. There's something darkly satisfying about the idea of Jason finally paying for what he did to me, to Alex, to everyone he manipulated. But I don't want to lose myself in the process. I just want to be free, I whisper, barely able to say the words. Alex leans back in his chair, watching me carefully. Then take that freedom. You can walk away, or you can make him pay. Either way, you win. I close my eyes for a moment, feeling the weight of the decision press down on me. I wish there was an easy answer, but there isn't. I'll think about it, I say, my voice steady but uncertain. Alex gives me a knowing look. Take all the time you need. But remember, Lena, this is your chance to finally be in control. And as I sit there, caught between revenge and closure, I realize that the hardest part isn't making the decision, it's living with it once it's made. It starts small, almost imperceptible. An anonymous tip here, a rumor planted there. I watch from the sidelines as Jason's world starts to crack, the foundation of everything he built beginning to tremble. I tell myself it's what he deserves. He made me feel like nothing, treated me like an option, and now, I'm making him feel the same way. I glance at my phone, feeling a rush of power as I send off another message, this one to a business associate of his. I've been careful, subtle. I don't want to be caught. Hey, did you hear about the shady deal Jason made last year? People are talking. The message is vague enough to make anyone question his integrity, but specific enough to plant doubt. Just a small nudge, and it's enough. I stare at the screen for a moment, the satisfaction starting to sour. The next day, I hear through the grapevine that Jason's company is under investigation. At first, I feel a spark of triumph. I did that. I'm the reason his empire is falling apart. I can almost hear his voice cracking, feel the weight of his panic. But as the news spreads, the satisfaction quickly fades. I sit in the quiet of my apartment, trying to focus on something else, anything else. But every time I close my eyes, I see Jason. I see him standing there, acting like I didn't matter, like I was nothing to him. The anger bubbles up again, but it's not the same. It's empty. Weeks go by, and Jason's downfall accelerates. His personal life is exposed too. The woman he left me for, Lucy, isn't as perfect as he thought. Their relationship is falling apart just as quickly as his career. I know I'm the one pulling the strings, but it doesn't feel as good as I thought it would. I bump into someone at work, a former colleague of Jason's, and they mention his name. He's a mess now, they say, shaking their head. I heard he's losing everything. His reputation, his business. Hell, even Lucy's already looking for an exit. The words cut deeper than I expected. This was never about Lucy, or even about him having everything I wanted. This was about justice, about showing him that his actions had consequences. But now, as I listen to the whispers, I feel like an outsider in my own victory. I get a text from Alex that evening. Jason's feeling the heat. You did good. I stare at the message for a long time, my fingers hovering over the keys. I know I should feel proud. I should be celebrating the fact that everything I've set in motion is happening. But the emptiness lingers. I don't respond right away. Instead, I turn off my phone, walk into the kitchen, and stare at the blank wall. What now? I've gotten what I wanted. Haven't I? Jason is falling apart. He's paying for what he did to me, to everyone he manipulated. But I feel nothing. I thought this would feel like victory. I thought seeing him break would heal the part of me that he destroyed, but all it's done is leave me more broken than before. I try to tell myself I'm in control, that I'm the one who made the choice to move on, to take charge of my life. But in the quiet moments, when everything is still, I realize something. This wasn't justice. This was me getting lost in the pain, in the need for revenge. And now, as Jason's world crumbles, I feel like I've lost myself in the process. I send a quick reply to Alex. I don't know if I'm done yet. Maybe I'll never be. I hear the news from a friend at work. Did you hear about Jason? She asks, her voice almost pitying. He's been forced out of his position. They're calling it a scandal. The words hit me like a wave, but I don't react. I just nod, trying to keep my emotions in check. It's not a surprise. Everything I set in motion is unraveling just as planned. I'd heard whispers about his company's collapse, the rumors about him and Lucy, but now it's real. His reputation is shattered, his career gone, and the woman he left me for has walked away. It's like everything he built has crumbled into dust. And I can't help but feel that I'm somehow responsible for it all. But there's no satisfaction in this. I sit on the edge of my bed, phone in hand, staring at the news. Jason, the man I once thought I would build a life with, is now a shadow of the person he was. His world has fallen apart, just like I wanted it to. He's lost everything: the career, the power, the respect. Lucy's gone too. But as I watch it unfold, the emptiness creeps in. This wasn't what I thought it would be. I didn't want him to lose everything. Not like this. I didn't want to destroy him. I just wanted him to understand what he did to me. Is this what you wanted? I ask aloud, though no one is there to answer. My voice is small, uncertain. I thought seeing him suffer would give me peace, but instead, it feels hollow. Every small victory, every piece of his life slipping through his fingers doesn't bring the closure I hoped for. It's just a reminder of how much I've lost in this process too. The phone rings. It's Alex. I answer on the first ring, not sure if I want to hear what he has to say. You see what's happening with Jason? His voice is flat, almost satisfied, but I hear the edge in it. It's all falling apart, just like we planned. I stare out the window, the city lights twinkling below. Yeah, I say softly, not sure what else to say. It's happening. There's a pause. I can hear the satisfaction in his voice now. You must be feeling good. You got what you wanted. I don't know, I admit. I thought this would feel better, but I don't. I don't know what I've gained. Justice, Alex says quickly. You've gotten justice. That's what you wanted, right? I thought so, I mutter, but it feels like nothing. I can almost hear the confusion in Alex's voice. What do you mean? This is everything you wanted, isn't it? Watching him pay for what he did. I hesitate. It's not as sweet as I thought it would be, Alex. It doesn't change what happened. It doesn't change how I felt when he left me. There's a long silence on the other end. Lena, you did what you had to do. Don't let it eat at you. But it does. It eats at me every day. The emptiness I feel isn't just about Jason. It's about me too. I thought revenge would make me whole again, but it hasn't. It's only made the pieces of me that were already broken even worse. I just want to move on, I say finally, my voice quiet, almost to myself. I thought this would help, but it's just holding me back. You don't have to do this anymore, Alex says softly, understanding in his tone. You've done what you needed to. Now, it's time to let go. I press the phone to my ear, the weight of his words sinking in. Yeah, maybe it is. Jason has paid for what he did, but the cost of this revenge has been more than I bargained for. I didn't realize how much of myself I'd lose along the way. It's time to let go for good. I hang up and sit in silence, the realization settling in. The past isn't worth dragging through the mud anymore. It's time to heal, time to move forward. I sit on the edge of my bed, staring at the phone in my hand. The screen lights up, a message from Alex flashing across it. I don't even need to read it. I know what it's about. Jason, his downfall, the aftermath. But I've already made up my mind. I delete the message without opening it. It's over. Jason's life is his to live now. I've done what I needed to do, and whatever happens to him from here on out is none of my concern. I've spent too much time tangled in his mess, letting his betrayal define me. But no more. I toss the phone onto the bed and stand up. For the first time in months, I don't feel the weight of his presence in every corner of my life. I don't feel his shadow hovering over me, threatening to consume my every thought. It's quiet now. I take a deep breath and look around the room, at the small apartment I've made my own. It's not perfect, but it's mine. Every inch of it was built from the ground up, and with every decision, I've reclaimed a little more of myself. I can hear my own voice in my head. The one that used to beg for his love, the one that used to justify everything he did to me. But that voice is fading now. The more I let go of his betrayal, the less that voice matters. Enough, I whisper to myself. I walk over to the window and pull back the curtains. The city stretches out before me, lights twinkling in the distance. This is my world now, and I'm in control of it. Later, I meet up with a friend for coffee, something I never thought I'd do without thinking about Jason. But today, it's different. Today, I'm not waiting for him to text me, to apologize, to pull me back into his world. You look different, my friend says, smiling at me across the table. There's something in your eyes, like you've finally found peace. I smile, but it's not forced this time. I say, the truth flowing easily. I'm done with him. I'm done with everything he put me through. My friend leans back in her chair, surprised. Wow, I didn't think I'd ever hear you say that. I didn't think I would either, I admit, shaking my head. But I'm not the same person anymore. I've spent so much time trying to get back at him, trying to fix everything he broke. But the only person I needed to fix was me. The weight that's been on my chest for so long is finally starting to lift. And as I sit there, talking to someone who doesn't know about the man who almost ruined me, I realize how much I've grown. Jason's betrayal doesn't define me anymore. It might have once, but not anymore. I leave the cafe, stepping out into the sunlight. I'm free. I've left behind the bitterness, the hurt, the anger. They were just weights that held me down. I'm stronger now, and the best part is that I didn't need him to change for me to find peace. I found it on my own. I won't go back to him. I won't look back on the past. Jason's life is his own to ruin, and I'm done being a part of it. It's my turn to live. And this time, I'm doing it for me. A year has passed since I left Jason behind, and now, looking at the life I've built, I finally understand what peace feels like. I'm sitting on the couch, my legs tucked under me, watching the sun set outside my window. There's a warmth in the air today, one I can't remember feeling when I was caught in Jason's world. Hey, you're quiet tonight, my boyfriend Luke says, sitting down next to me. I glance at him and smile. I was just thinking, I reply softly, resting my head on his shoulder. About how far I've come. Luke grins and wraps his arm around me. You've come a long way. I'm proud of you. I feel a lump in my throat, but it's a good kind of lump, one that comes from knowing I've made it through everything. I never thought I could move on, but here I am with you. You're not just with me, he says, his voice teasing. You're with yourself, and that's the best part. I laugh softly. Yeah, I'm finally living for me. Jason's name hasn't crossed my mind in months, and for the first time, I feel like it doesn't matter anymore. I used to think I would never escape the weight of his betrayal, but now I can see clearly it was never about him. It was about me, finding my strength and embracing the life I deserve. I don't think about him anymore, I admit, almost surprised at how easily the words come out. Luke nods as if he understands completely. You're not the same person you were when I met you. I smile at him, grateful for the way he sees me not as someone defined by their past, but as someone with a future. I'm not, I agree. And that's the best thing that's happened to me. There was a time when I thought I couldn't move past the hurt, when I believed that Jason's actions would always have a hold on me. But now, it feels like I'm in control. I've let go of the bitterness, the anger, and even the regret. It's like I'm finally free. Luke pulls me closer, and I let myself relax into him. For the first time in so long, I don't feel the need to look over my shoulder. I don't feel like I'm carrying around a heavy past that I can't shake. I'm free. And it feels like I'm finally where I'm meant to be. I look up at Luke, smiling softly. Thank you for being patient with me. He brushes a strand of hair from my face. You don't need to thank me. I'm just glad you're here, with me. I close my eyes, letting the moment sink in. I'm not defined by Jason anymore. His betrayal doesn't hold power over me. It's time to let go, completely. And for the first time, I feel completely at peace.